people to be exploited in the way that they're being exploited. It's no longer acceptable for people to be forced endlessly to rely on in-work benefits. People deserve a wage that they can live on, which is why we campaign for a minimum wage of £10 an hour. We say that no single person in this country should be expected to live on a wage, which means that they endlessly have to fill in forms to prove the amount of poverty they live in. We've got to say that to our movement, to those in our community, that another life is possible. Why should young people, for example, be excluded from having the same wage as a person who works alongside? Why should they be treated less favourably? We don't accept discrimination in any forms in any other part of society, so why is it acceptable to discriminate against young people? Why should our taxes be used as corporate welfare for profitable employers? Let's use our taxes to pay for the things that we need. Let's make sure that our taxes are used to fund the black holes in the National Health Service, to call an end for the debt that we're putting our young people into through the use of student fees. Let's call it an end to the closure of libraries and Sure Starts. Let's say our taxes should be used to fund the public sector and the public services that we require. And that is achievable if the legislation was brought in that says that people must be paid a wage that they can live on, a real living wage of £10 an hour. And while we're at it, let's call on the government to bring in legislation, because they tell us that it's a necessary form of employment nowadays, that people have to be on 0 hours. They tell us that there is no option, it's the way of the world, it's what business needs to thrive. Well, how come in New Zealand they've been able to move legislation to end the use of 0 hours? So let's say to the government, let's say to the people in our community, another world is possible if we stand together and we work together to change it. We have an opportunity. We have the right and we have the determination. It's our duty to fight. It's our duty to stand together. It's our duty to work with one another and make sure it's our duty to win for each other. Solidarity.